everybody, and welcome to season 20 of Big Brother on the Block with your host, myself. My name is McCrae, and our special co-vice host. I can't remember what we landed on last season. Cameron Hurd. How's it going, my friend?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Neither of us got casted on the show. Yeah, we're both back here, but that means we can podcast about it. And we are the OG OTB, by the way. Yeah. Marissa and Ross have copied the name.
What do you think about that? What's your thoughts?
It would have been, they should have just gone the whole 9 yards and just put it on the block. I don't know why they said off the block. That's a worse name.
I'm surprised they didn't actually do that same thing. I was thinking that exact same thing. Like, well, they should have just went for it, you know? I'm having trouble here getting up the chat, so bear with me, y'all. Let's see. No, I think, I don't know. I'm kind of flattered, to be honest. I didn't come up with the name. Spencer did. So, I mean, I guess I can't be that flattered. But someone made the point of saying, like, oh, yeah, well, they didn't use on the block because you guys already are there. So it's like, we got something going for us. At least they are aware of us, you know, because they could have just straight up stole it. But, yeah, Spencer is not happy. I know Spencer's not very involved anymore with the show, but he is not too happy about it. Did they ask us? No, they did not, Sockhat Abe. But, yeah, I guess, yeah, we'll talk about a little bit. We'll talk about it at the end of the show, I think. I've got a little bit more to say on it, I guess. How's it going, everyone? It's so good to see you guys. I know I haven't streamed. We haven't streamed since we did a little stream from Canada, which was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was great.
That was really fun. And this is the first time we've done, how's it going, BMX? It's the first time we've done one where we know each other now. We're real people. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, we finally met. It's like online dating, and then you finally meet the person.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Canada?
You know what? Now I've never met you in America though. So now you're like,
I'm only Canada real.
Yeah. So I'm going to New York actually for the premiere. Are you going to New York?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to New York, sadly. But that's mainly because I'm doing something else, which I don't know how much I can get into, but I will be going to the premiere of Big Brother. And that's why, yes. And so I'll be in LA soon. That's why I wanted to talk about the OTB thing. Because I think once I get there, I'm going to kind of be like, oh, so what's going on, guys? Like, Chris Roach, what's up? What's up with this? You know, I'm gonna give some shit. Yeah, and a nice gentle ribbing. I'm not pissed off at them again. To me, it's kind of fun. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give some shit to people. I also saw that Ross followed me today, and it was after I was like, oh, I'm kind of depressed about this whole name thing. And I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't think that I'm actually like fucking gutted over it. But, you know, yeah, so I'm going to talk to some people about it there. I'm going to try to extort some money from some people so they can, they should be paying for the name.
They should fund.
Yeah. We can change our name to Head of Households or, you know, some shit like that. Like,
whoa.
If we're getting paid for it. Spencer was like, I'll take $50,000 for each of us to change it. I was like, motherfucker, I'll take 25. Like, I'll take less than that. My God.
You're like just gonna bend the knee, like right
Dude,
away.
I will, like fucking 1K. Let's go. I'm down with that. Like, yeah. I mean, this show.
Get hashtag OTB for us, not them.
See, that's what I'm worried about. And then Spencer kind of brought that up, and like that's what really worries me. Is like, what's gonna happen with like hashtag OTB and stuff like that.
Honestly, it might be a good thing because they're gonna have more people watching, and then they'll be like, huh, what's this other OTB thing? Oh, it's been going on years. Oh, it has unofficial sponsors. Oh.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking is like, maybe we'll get some of that runoff, like people like not knowing like what's this off the block, and they type in on the block on accident. You know, we might get some like good runoff. Yeah, so I was like, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not too pissed yet, but once it starts incurring damages, then I will be talking to my lawyer. So
Yeah, once there's like only 5 of you here, including us too.
Yeah, exactly. And when I say lawyer, I mean the guy that I know that lives under the overpass. He calls himself a lawyer, so it's like,
yeah. There's this bar down the street called the Law Office. I'm gonna go down there.
Hell yeah. Yep. That's a bar that I want to drink at. That sounds like the perfect
it's
bar.
a good time. And then after hours, they just give you beer for free if you know the people.
You gotta give a little wink and a nod.
Yep.
Excellent. Should we do it? Should we get into it?
Let's dive into it, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Today, at the beginning of the day, I'm like, who the hell are all these random faces? And now it's like, I feel like I already know them. Like, we've had, like, conversations. Like, I've seen a little too much already from some of these people.
Yeah, I agree. My first initial reaction when I looked at them is it looked like this whole entire cast had already been put into the competition that's called the Morphomatic, where they mix up everyone's face. Like, everyone looked like their faces were all mixed up with each other, where it was just like, these people all look weird, and, like, that's not a slight against any of them, because obviously I'm not one to, I hit every ugly branch on the way down. But, everyone looked like fucking just weirdos. I don't know. But, once I kind of started watching them, I was like, okay, I get it. What was your initial reaction?
I was just like, there's actually somebody that I recognize. Because from when I went to finals.
Old Chicago boy?
No. The Tennessee dude that got arrested. I can't even remember his name. I gotta scroll through the list.
Yeah, I gotta bring that up as well here. Oops, let me get.
But he was actually in like the very, very last like interview process. You know, when there's like,
really?
and then he didn't make the show, and I was like, man, how did that guy not make the show? And then I saw his interview today, and it was shitty.
I know exactly how he did it.
It was a really bad interview. If you want to see a bad interview, like with the producers, go check out Faisal's interview with Ross. He doesn't say shit. He's like, oh, obviously I'm a athlete, and Ross is like, well, what, how? Like, I played college sports, you know, and he's like, actually, no, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's right. He did make that reference of like, actually, or obviously I play sports, or I play college sports, and it's just like, obviously how? Like, what you don't know how to make words, guy. I thought that was a really funny interaction. But yeah, give much props to Ross, because Ross killed it. I thought like those interviews were really good. Jeff is good at it also, I think. But yeah, Ross was just really not bad. Ross is a real fan too, so thank you for those bits right there. Thank you. Okay, here's another thing that I wanna say. If you guys, and there's another subscription, Jaypreet. Thank you. I think that's it.
You didn't get the cast?
Didn't get cast. That's a bummer, Jaypreet. I'm sorry for you, man.
Shit.
So actually, I have a charity event coming up in August. Pretty much anyone that is going to be subscribing, anyone that's donating bits, anyone that's donating to the PayPal, anything like that, all of your subscriptions for the first month of Big Brother here that we're going to be doing, that's all going to go straight to my charity. It's for JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. I'm doing a Survivor type event in Minnesota here, and I got to raise some money, so if you are like, I don't know if I should sub, now's the time to do it, because you're going to be subbing for charity. So thank you guys. I'm just going to put that out there now. I'll probably say it at the end. But I see some bits and stuff like that is coming in. So yeah, I'm going to have to, I got to raise money. I'm fucked. I'm so fucked on this charity event. Yes.
All right, let's just dive in,
Yep,
man.
I agree. The first person that we have, or that is in my little list here, is going to be Angela Rumens. She's number 12 of 16 on this little cast, the CBS thing here. So if you want to dial into that, let's pop her little photo up here. Let's see. I don't remember what she said whatsoever. Drunk ass, thank you so much. I don't remember what her whole gimmick was. I mean, she... No, yeah, you're fine. I'll just riff here. Which Big Brother cast member did you like the most? Rachel. She said that she's something of a track and field athlete, Olympic.
Yeah, she actually trained to be in the Olympics. She was like a Olympic pole vaulter. Mm-hmm. She was trying to be, but she was in qualifications, and she's just super fine. Like, there's a lot of attractive women this season.
Agreed.
like last season there wasn't really that many that I was into, and a lot this season. But yeah, she's like a fitness model. She's a 20-something-year-old. There's a lot of younger people on this cast.
How do you feel about younger people? I know you're a younger people yourself.
Yeah. But honestly, I like the younger people because they're dumber, and I'm also fine with recruits and like hardcore fans. I feel like a big part of my season why it sucked was there was a lot of fans in there, and they all wanted to play passively. Like every single person was like not ready to actually play the game, and Cody, who didn't know much about the game, played his heart out, and that's why like people loved him. So I think like the more casual, it actually leads to a better gameplay.
I agree. Yeah, people get wild. Yeah, same with like older people in the seasons. You know, I understand wanting to see your demographic represented on the show, but at the same time, like older people are smarter. They're smarter. You know, they know better to not get into the shit. You know, yeah, I like seeing older people as well, but yeah, the problem is that you're not going to get a lot of drama or insanity from them, and I prefer the insanity.
There's quite a bit of diversity also in the cast. There's 7 people of color.
That's bigger than we've ever had, probably, right?
Yeah, that I don't know. That's up there. Yeah, probably.
It's huge. I saw people definitely bitching about that online. I think Peter Brown,
like half the cast.
Yeah, well, I think Peter Brown made a very good point where he like took the numbers of like each of the demographics, where it's like, you know, you have this many white people, you have this many like African Americans, stuff like that, and then he like took those numbers, percentages, and then put that towards what the American demographic is. And he's like, so it's an accurate representation of the country you come from. And like, to me, it's like, yeah, that is an accurate representation. Should we have more? I mean, sure, why not? Who cares? But like, let's get real here. Like, Les Moonves is a fucking old white man. Sorry, Les, I love you. But also, like, you guys got to think about it from production standpoint. Like, Middle America, you know, is Middle America for a reason. Yeah, so let's get, I
think Angela is also single, and she is. Yeah, I think she's gonna get into showmance. Like if I had money, it'd be her.
This is easily gonna be a 3 showmance season, in my opinion. Like I'm guessing it could be around that number.
It could be. I hope not. I hope it's 1 or 1 or none. But yeah, if I had to bet money, it'd be this chick. Right.
Yes, she's definitely poised to be in a showmance. Yeah, all those jock guys are gonna be just drooling over her. Yeah, I think she's probably gonna get into it. I don't know. Is there anything about her that really like made you think like, oh, she's gonna be a great game player, or anything that made you think like she's just bait for the Sharks?
I was just like, she's pretty attractive, and that's going to get her far. And that's like,
okay. So I know where your mind's at.
When I watched the cast at the beginning, I always am like, is this going to be pre-jury, or are they going to make it to jury? Yeah. And she didn't like throw up any real red flags at all. So I think she's going to make it to jury. I don't know how strategic she's thinking, but yeah, I think she's going to make it to jury.
Okay, I like that. I like that idea of being like, okay, will they be pre-jury or will they make jury? And that's a thing with like some of these recruit type people is like, you know, they might showmance up early, and then they're in dangerous territory right in that pre-jury kind of game. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like, if you make it out of pre-jury, I could see her going deeper into the game, but that showman stuff, you know, if she gets with the dumbest motherfucker, then they're fucked, you know, but if she gets with like a smarter guy, then it could be a deeper gameplay. Yeah, it's just kind of up in the air. And that's what I'm going to say for a lot of these people, where it's just like, I don't have a good bearing on any of these people. I think I hate a lot of this cast. Just like, I just don't like them. And it's like perfect because, you know, I can really hate on them. They all seem like fine people, but I just hate all of them equally. I think, yeah, harkening.
I
back
think
to,
she is a super fan though. She said she was, and she also said she was open for a showman.
What
But
she wasn't.
yeah,
Ooh, okay, but I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
but
and also like
everybody that says that they're not. Cody said he wasn't, and now he's getting married.
yeah, no shit. What does super fan mean to you?
Super fan is someone that appreciates the game. Like you don't have to be like a historian. I feel like that's a next level. That's like a Steve and Ian kind of player where they know, oh, on week 6 in Big Brother 7, yeah, these two people were nominated and this person was the target. It's like, no. For you to be a super fan, you have to watch like almost all the seasons, if not all of them, and then you have to like have a good grasp of understanding of like what like strategy is, like if you need to pretend to be weak, or there's different levels because there's super fan of the game and there's super fan of the show. And I feel like that is where the difference lies in like strategy. Yeah.
And I also think like, because I kind of got into it with some guy that he says he made the official Big Brother dictionary. I was like, man, you're a fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah, okay.
If you're watching,
he goes to a bar and it's like,
well, like I have to show you the link because it was maddening. But I was like, okay, so every one of these people say they're super fans. Andy Heron from my season said he was a super fan, and like to me, like super fan means fuck all. I think where it's like, yeah, you probably watch every single Air episode. You're probably a little bit more into it than other people, but like Feedster means you're a fucking like a goddamn lunatic, you know, like you watch the feeds and you're a nutcase like us. And I think that needs to come into the verbiage a little bit more, because I think Feedster is like, that's how you know a real super fan, someone that watches the feeds. I think, and he was like, no, that's bullshit. People are co-opting our words. And I was like, yo, the language of this game needs to evolve with the game that we're watching. This is not the same game as season 6. Like, you know, this is completely different territory. And so it's like the language that we use has to evolve with the game to accurately, you know, talk about the game. That's just a little diatribe I have. Sorry, we're getting right back into the McCray diatribes.
Let's dive into the next
I agree. Let's see who we have. Okay, my buttons aren't working, so that's great. That's a really fun thing to do here. So what we're gonna do is, what was the buttons here? Control K. Okay, that doesn't work either. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to I'm
gonna donate some bits.
Well, that sounds like a fucking great idea.
I still have some bits from when I was going crazy that one day.
Smart. Yeah, just keep on talking here.
So, all right, yeah. So, if I want to finish up on her, like, I feel like she's going to be doing really well. She looks like she's going to be good socially. She's got what it takes athletically. I just don't know strategically if she's going to have what it takes. I could see like her, because she doesn't really like. One of her biggest difficulties is like her lack of social media. So I feel like she's like, you know, this millennial generation. She might get on people's nerves, like the older people are like, oh my God, like this is what I want to do. Like, so I can see her being like that, and her being a fitness model might not be able to like connect to blue collar America, which there seems to be some people there. But who knows, like, you got to be able to adapt to any situation in there. And she seems like she's sweet enough and she can physical. I think she'll make it there.
I agree. I like that. Okay, we're just going to do it this way. This might be the way to do it. Let's see if I can. Okay, still can't do it. Okay, so who the next person that we have is the Harry Potter fucking teacher looking lady. She is
Angie?
She's the other
Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar. That's the next person up. Which number is she? Is she the last one? No. 9. Thank you. Yes. I don't know. What do you got on her?
Dude, all right. I hate her. Like, she is my pre-jury boot one. Like, not to say the first boot's bad or anything, but I'm just saying, like, one of her things that she is like, fun facts is that she got taken when she got married. Like, a unicorn walked her down the aisle. Like, who the fuck is this person? Her glasses make her look like a bug. She's like, oh, I gave natural birth to all my kids. So that means I'll be good at the endurance competitions. But I haven't worked out in God knows how long, and I'm not strong. But trust me, I can handle pain. And I was just cracking up listening to this chick.
Bothered me.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I heard the natural birth shit, I was like, ugh. And I don't know a lot about giving birth or anything like that, but my God, like we have modern science and technology and shit like that, and you're gonna be like, let's go to the dark ages because that was a great time. Fuck you. Like, I cannot stand people like that. And my whole thing was like, oh, guaranteed she doesn't fucking immunize her fucking kids. You know, like, she's against that shit because that's Monsanto or some shit.
That's true.
And like,
usually people that believe one thing tend to believe that other thing. It's like a
bullshit. And to me, it's just like, I don't know why, but that bothers me more than anything. Like, the anti-intellectualization of America today drives me fucking nuts. And she seems like the poster child for it. But yes, I don't know. I don't know. It gets me real hot.
Her favorite cast member was Joey from season 16.
Who?
Yeah. Not Joey, Glenn Garcia's alter ego.
Yeah, no shit.
No, Joey Van Pelt. And I think it was just because she had different colored hair. Like, I can't figure out a reason that would be your favorite. And she's also not really a fan of the show. Like, I don't know where the hell they found her. She's just like, I've heard of it, and now I've seen. And then she lists off all the seasons and then doesn't even get it all right because she's naming people in seasons that she didn't even list off. And it's like, you're so dumb.
Idiot. She's wearing like the Ankh symbols on her fucking earrings or something. I just read this right now. Drives me bonkers. What would you take into the house and why? A statue of Ganesh, elephant god, remover of obstacles. Why? That's going to help you. Some sage to burn to remove bad juju from the shade thrown around the house. Fuck off. A variety of crystals to use for different power purposes because crystals give you power.
To be fair, there's 2 people in this season who love crystals.
I'm bothered by that.
Them.
So bothered by that.
You know, this might actually help her in this season. In every other season, she'd be ostracized. Now she's got a buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point, actually, because that might keep her, or they might be, if I was someone in the house, I'd put both of them on the block because I'm not trying to listen to Crystal talk the whole fucking season. Like, you know, like, I need to get one of these fucking lunatics out, you know? Otherwise, they're gonna pick up a fucking stone in the backyard, look at it, and fucking say their tea leaves, tell you that this person needs to get out next. You can't trust someone that's a fucking nut job. I'm sorry.
Imagine walking up to her, and I think it's Caitlyn or something.
I think it is
the
Caitlyn.
other one.
Yep.
Yeah, she's also super into crystals, and they're like talking about that shit, and you're like, I can't connect. I'm gonna get voted out because I don't know a fuck thing about a crystal.
Oh, the agate really gives me inner strength. I think I've had enough about talking about her, I guess. I don't know. Do you have any other final thoughts on her?
I just don't think that anybody that comes into the Big Brother house with dyed hair has ever succeeded. So she's pre-jury for me.
I definitely see that for sure.
I can't think of one that even made it
to jury.
Yeah,
I would say Crazy James.
Nokomis.
Crazy James had like a dyed mohawk, season 9 or whatever. But yeah, you're right. It's a good way to put yourself, you know, out there or make yourself like you look different. Like that doesn't help you in this game. As sad as that is to say. So the next person we have is Bailey. You want to go to Bailey?
Bailey, what number?
Let's see. We're gonna go to. Let me check here. I'm going backwards. Bailey's number 6.
Okay. I'll be there eventually. You can start talking.
Last year, I had this so nicely where it was like, it would just like I had it all buttoned out and flipped through. But yeah, this whole LA trip has got me stressed. Bailey, another one that I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I think she was one of the ones that said her boys are her weakness.
Yes. Did you understand why though?
No. Oh, because she's like, I don't understand boys, or what is that? It?
Yeah, she's literally like, I went to an all-girl, had only sister. She literally doesn't even know how to communicate with boys. Well, it's not that she's attracted to them.
Yeah.
She has no idea what they're saying. It's like a different language to her.
I was like, that's good for her to admit that, because if a man went in there and was like, oh, I don't even know, you'd be like, this guy's a fucking dipshit. Like, and we'll get to Scott, or what's his name? I think it's Scott. I don't know.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah, hey, we'll get to
that's
him.
My boy. I'll fight you about him.
No. I think we might be on the same page with him. But yeah, she seems like she's kind of that bait. She's just chum in the water. She's a person that I feel like if the game, if she is around people that know what they're doing in the game, she might be able to pick up the game really fast and like figure it out. I'm hopeful on that front, but again, I'm pretty sure she's just a recruit, looking for love, looking for Instagram followers. But I think those people end up being very entertaining always. So I don't want to tear her apart too much, because she could be good fodder for TV. I don't know.
Yeah, she's neutral to the side of to the idea of a showman. She is a recruit, and yeah, she was Miss Congeniality in.
Love that movie.
But do you know what Miss Congeniality is in the
nicest motherfucker?
It's just the person that they're like, we don't want to give her. She's kind of there, so we just gave her a medal. Yeah, it's like she wasn't good enough to get a medal, but she. We need. It's like a participation award. So that's what she got. But she won.
She won
Miss Maryland or Miss Missouri, wherever she's from.
Let's see. Ooh, I like this. I'm a closet dweeb who loves cartoons and Marvel comics. I wonder if that's how deep that is, or if she just. I don't know. Interesting.
I mean, she's seen an Iron Man movie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. At least one Iron Man. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really have many thoughts on her. She seemed like just like she'll be good in the game once she gets there, I guess. Like, she'll probably be fun to watch. I don't know.
Yeah. She didn't give me much.
No.
She's a certified yoga instructor. I feel like half the girls are.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I don't know. Who knows?
Just move on.
Yep. Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I realize that these are going in alphabetical order. So the next person we will have is gonna be what the schneik. Is gonna be Brett.
Brett, the engineer. Is that what that guy?
He cybersecurity.
Yeah, is that him?
Yeah, old cybersecurity boy. Let's see what. Let me try to find what number he is. I wish they did these in fucking alphabetical order like I'm doing it, because then make everything easy. Okay, Steve's first. Okay, we're looking.
Yeah, this guy is way stronger than his picture. Like I was expecting like a dude like me, but he's a buff motherfucker. He's also seems really, really smart. Like he initially seemed like he knew the game, but the more the interview went on with Ross, the more I was like, I don't really know about you. Like he was like saying like he was like going to be super competitive, and he's like, I don't. It started off when he was just like, oh yeah, I analyze. And then it started.
Wait, what was that? You were breaking up. Sorry, go back. He said that he was analyzing.
going to analyze people and then figure out their weakness and then move forward. Like that's what his background has led him to do. But he's going to throw that all out the window for competitions because he's a really competitive dude. Yeah, and it's like,
well, good
what?
Job, dipshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought so like from a casting perspective, like this guy is very smart because he took whatever his day job was, he realized like how you can translate that to what would make a good game player, and he like explained that properly to, you know, producers. So if you're looking for tips, I think this is a good way to go. But like the thing that I thought about it is like the way he was describing it, I'm convinced this motherfucker scams old people. And like, you know, like I think he scams old people, and like
no, yeah, he said he was basically a veteran because he's saving America from cybersecurity at the end. And I'm just, fuck is this guy saying?
Yeah, that's insane. But also, like everything he described sounded like a person that's just like, oh yeah, like I get in there, I figure out the like most clickable way to get an exploit, and blah, blah, and he kind of like trailed off. Like to me, it sounds like he makes those exploit or like makes clickable exploits and fucking scams old people. I'm convinced of it. Like cybersecurity engineer is just a good way of saying like, oh yeah, I scam people. I'm seriously convinced. But I've been watching too much Kit Boga or whatever his name is on.
Well,
Twitch.
It would make sense because his fun fact is that he hacks into his friend's fun, so that really goes up his alley. He's also open to a showmance, and he's a recruit.
Yeah, but like again, like this dude has some smarts behind him for sure, and like again, for the mere fact that that dude can like take whatever his job is and translate it into how it'll help his game in Big Brother, he's already like a step ahead of the game. You know, he's already thinking about it, so I give him credit for that, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can totally tell like who is good at interviews. Like you could be like, yes, I understand why you're on this, and then sometimes you see these interviews and you're like, how did this person like get on the show? Like they're not really like that entertaining in this interview. But shit, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll like pop when the season starts.
And that's the thing is like these are all just bullshit. Like you go in here and you just bullshit. Like I think Hamster Watch said it best, where it's like this is all interviews. Like this is like going to interview for a job, where it's like you're gonna be like, oh, I'm the nicest guy, and you know everything is hunky dory. But it's like we don't know how these people actually will be until shit hits the fan.
I think last for Big Brother Canada, I said I really, and then
wait, what was that? You broke up.
I said for Big Brother Canada, and look how far that went.
Go. It broke up again. What did you say?
I said I really liked Ryan in Big Brother Canada, and that didn't turn out to be any good.
Hey, he got the jury, baby. That's all that matters. I'm also like, I'm loving him on Twitter. Like Ryan is fucking just a gem on Twitter, and I did not expect that at all. Yeah. So, do you have anything else about old Mr. Guy here? Brett?
No.
Old Brett.
But if there's a guy that's going to be in a showmance, it's him.
You think?
I feel like. Yeah.
I thought it was the other jock guy, but
who? Well, I guess we'll get to him.
We'll get to him. Yeah. But yeah, okay, I like that. I think we might actually get to him right.
Hey, what do you think he is? Pre or post, Jerry?
I think he'll go. It's tough because those smarty motherfuckers, like, they usually get caught up in some fucking bullshit lies that they're trying to be cool about. So to me, it's like he might get caught up early in some stupid shit. Maybe he's in his showmance, gets taken out early. He's another one that, like, he's either he goes early or he goes deep. The problem is that he's a fucking jockman. So, like, to me, it's like I want to get those jock motherfuckers out right away. I don't know. I'd say he goes out early.
Yeah, I feel like for some reason I'm getting an early vibe. Okay. Like, yeah, I was just thinking like if he's going in there for a showmance, he doesn't really know the game that well, so he could like stumble pretty quickly. And he says he's really competitive. Like the the beginning part of his interview is good.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody might have coached him for that, and then like his actual personality started coming out, and then I'm like, I don't know about you.
Yeah,
So
I can see that for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 16, next on the block, or next up here on the block, is Chris Swaggy C. Williams.
Oh my God. I love him. He's my favorite person. No, I'm not joking, man.
Yeah, okay.
I fucking love Swaggy C. He was so fucking funny in his interview. Oh, man.
So, I agree, actually, because when I heard Swaggy C, I immediately just eyes rolled through my fucking face. Like,
Me too.
It was like, I hate that name more than anything, but like, I was surprised by his interview where I was like, oh, this dude seems good. Like, he seems down to earth. But I think he's going to get stuck in a trap that a lot of people do get stuck into, where it's like, his whole thing was like, oh, I'm just going to tell it like it is. If anyone, like, you know, like if people come and say that they were saying my name behind their back, like that was like a huge point of that interview, I felt like. And it's like, if he can realize, like, it doesn't, oh God, I'm saying like a shit ton. If he can realize that doesn't matter, who cares if, you know, people are saying your name behind your back? If he can hold it, like, I think he might do good. But he's
gonna be so entertaining, man. If you haven't watched his, it's probably the best one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you have a strategy for winning? Of course, and then that's it.
Yeah. End. No, I actually, when I saw his interview, I was like, okay, I like this guy. He seems awesome, but yeah, we have to separate, like, will he be entertaining for the show, or is he going to be a good game player? And I think he'll be entertaining for the show. I don't know if he'll be a good game player, but again, it's one of those things where it's like, it seems like he's kind of a recruit, so, you know.
It's like Hamza. Like, you knew he was going to be bad.
Yeah.
But you didn't know, like, how, like, you knew he was going to be entertaining. And this guy is going to be entertaining.
He's going to be entertaining as hell. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with him. Again, I think there's a new idea. This is my new idea, I guess, anyways. Paul on season 18.
Yeah.
I think he's a person that's like, he didn't know the game when he went into the house. He got taught the game by people around him, and he became like a decent game player as he went. I think that there's like kind of a new thing where it's like the recruits, like Amanda from my season, like perfect example, where it's like she didn't know shit about the game. And so when she got in and people taught her, like, oh yeah, this is what the game is, this is how it's played, you know, she has the mind for the game. And so it's like she picked it up and was like, okay, I learned this real quick. So I'm hoping that a lot of these recruits are like those people, because those end up being like some of my favorite game players, John Parties, you know, people that like have a mind for the game that just didn't ever experience the game yet. I've got high hopes for him, but I don't know if he'll be the game player I wish he was, but I hope someone teaches him the game.
Dude, even his answers on his CBS page are fucking hilarious, man. It's like, which player do you like most? And he says, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a recruit. But he's like, the man was robbed of $1 million. This game is played for $500,000, by the way, dude.
really
and then he's like, oh, he's the top 5 Big Brother player in the last 12 years, except for Derek, Dick, Dan, Rachel. And I didn't even like Derek's game. It's like, what the fuck? He started listing almost everybody.
That's really funny. Yeah.
It's like he's just being himself, and it's cracking me up. You can like just tell.
He's entertaining. That dude's gonna be a blast to watch. Really excited about him, actually.
By the way,
yeah,
he's got a photogenic memory. Does everybody that's ever played Big Brother say that?
Oh yeah, of course.
Everybody's got a photogenic memory.
It's bonkers. I feel like I was the only one that went in there and like, yeah, I kind of suck. Like, I'm not that great of a person. Like, you know, like everyone else is like, oh, I'm fucking whoop ass. I'm double. I'm like, you know, to me, it's just like, get over yourself, because I don't think you do. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
Everyone does say that. That's a good observation. Horse shit is what I call it, horse shit. I love it though. People with that false bravado love it. That's always fun to watch. You want to go on, or you?
No, he was just
He's
is my favorite. Like super like he like surprised me, and it was good.
He surprised the shit out of me too.
And he's a day trader, by the way.
Oh, like, that's the other thing. That's a good call.
He's not a slouch.
No, exactly. This dude, like, he has some, like, game sense, to himself. He, day trading can't be fucking easy. The dude, he's got to have some smarts to him, for sure. So, my friend, or my roommate told me that same thing, and I was like, oh, I like that aspect. That's a cool aspect. And hopefully he can kind of translate that into some good gameplay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
He makes it to jury, I think.
I can see that. I can see that, definitely. The next one we have is one of the only names I think I cannot pronounce. Feces.
Faisal.
Feces.
Faisal.
Is that what it is though? I don't think that's what it was it? Let's see. All right, let me find.
Faisal Shafat.
No, that's not how he pronounced it though. He pronounced it something differently, like Faisal. I don't remember.
Anyway,
someone's gonna correct us.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I notice is that his which is your past Big Brother cast member, or which past Big Brother cast member did you like the most? And he says Victor. Woof. That's a hard woof. I mean, come on, like
woof.
Woof as in my god, like he's number 4.
I've got to get something out of the way, guys. This is the guy that I saw in finals, so I like this guy immediately.
Okay,
yeah. So it was like well, but the fans don't. It's like the very last interview. You're in the bus, and only 8 people, and on that bus, 5. The people on my season got on, and he was also on the bus but didn't get on.
Oh wow!
Season, yeah. And I was like, oh, I thought for sure he was going to get on.
Yeah.
And so I'm super happy that he made the show. However, I can see why he didn't, because his interview was shitty. It was one of the worst interviews I've ever seen. Like, if you want to look up how to have a bad interview, look up this guy. He got cast purely because he's like brawny and good looking. Like, he doesn't have much going on out there in the knock. But yeah.
No, I don't think so. And
I'm gonna root for this guy.
I like
just
that.
Because of that.
I respect that, absolutely. And also he seems like he has the most preseason controversy, I would say. He's had like various run-ins with the law, which I mean, there's nothing against that.
I'm standing by my boy.
No, absolutely, right? Absolutely. He's the first Muslim house guest we've had since Khazar, I believe. I think I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that on Twitter. I respect that, absolutely. I'm glad that he's not doing it during Ramadan, because man, Big Brother during Ramadan would be a piece of shit.
I think you would just
sleep every day.
Yeah.
I always talk to people. I'm like, how do you get around Ramadan? And they're like, no, what do you mean? It's about like loving God. I'm like, well, you can just sleep all day. You don't have to eat during the day. You just sleep all day, then wake up and eat.
Yeah.
And
that's
not what it's like.
Go find a night shift position.
Yeah, exactly. All my people are like, no, you can't do that. But no, I think that's the one thing that I think he does have going for him, where it's like, okay, I love like diversity in that sense, where it's like America, a mainly Christian country, where it's like, okay, like this is a good chance to like bring in some different culture to let people experience that. Will that happen? Probably not. But
yeah,
but
this guy has a lot of red flags. Like if I didn't know him before, I'd first boot, because he says he's gonna try in every challenge. He tries to spin him being a substitute teacher, meaning he's got to manipulate people every day, like his new batch of kids and it's really like everybody knows a substitute teacher just puts on a movie and
yeah. Or
Like,
watching
you're not
Cosmos,
manipulating
Carl Sagan
anybody.
Cosmos.
Yeah. His fun facts about him is that he wet the bed until 10. That's not a fun fact, by the way. That's disgusting. Okay.
Yeah, that's the opposite of fun fact.
Yeah. So, and his favorite Big Brother player was Victor. Why is Victor anybody's favorite? You like that somebody got voted out twice and then had to beast their way back in? Like, I don't really think that's a great like Big Brother player. That's like.
Nope. It's like, oh yeah, that's my character type. I like him the best. It's like,
to be fair, Ian Terry is my favorite, and he is my.
I know. That's what, when I said that, immediately I was like, oh yeah, wait a second. I do like all the nerdlingers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about him. He seems like he's. Someone mentioned that he's like Jeremy from my season, and I can totally see that. Where it's like he's gonna go in probably guns blazing, doesn't understand the show, doesn't know like. He's gonna go in like it's the challenge or something like that, and just like I'm gonna win everything and I'll be safe forever. It's like, oh, that's not how this game works. Like, good job, fuckface. But you know, he might pick up a nice showmance. He might pick up a lady that's smarter than him, and like that might actually propel his game further. Yeah, that's pretty much his best bet, in my opinion, is finding a girl that knows what the fuck she's doing.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I don't know. The girls this season, besides 3, I don't see like if he doesn't get with one of the 3, then he's not gonna get in a show hands.
Yeah.
He's just all over the map. This guy.
I don't know what to think about him.
I think he's gonna go pre-jury.
I can see that too. My problem is that
I'm pre-jury though.
I know I'm like everyone is pre-jury at this point. These all seem like first boots in my opinion. I don't know why. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
The next one we have is Haley. Oh yeah, that's right. I saw someone make a mashup of Haley and Raven and Aaron Grease from my season, and I was like, that seems like fucking nailed it. If you put all those faces together, I think that's exactly who this is. I'm really, this is gonna get me probably heat, but I'm really hoping that she's a racist. Like, oh, please be a racist. I want some drama. I want a season that's blacklisted harder than my season ever was. I love that. She's a cutie. She seems like she might be right in line for a showmance. I don't know.
Haley and Bailey, they're gonna be something.
What?
Like,
Yeah, the Lee Alliance. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they also spell like Haley and Bailey like the same. It's not. It's like Leigh, which is kind of strange.
Parents wanted to be different.
Yeah, but she's just like your college student, Texas chick that you get every season.
She's too young, yeah.
Yeah.
She says that she's cautious, which means that hopefully she won't say any racist stuff. She's from Texas again, too. I don't know. I don't remember anything that stood out for her, I guess.
Yeah, she didn't really seem like she was cast for anything besides her look. Let's be real.
Girl next door. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it seems like she's, in that position of like, oh yeah, I'm just a cutie, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think that she's another one that's gonna probably get into some sort of showmance.
For sure.
It could happen. Is that sexist?
No.
Is it misogynist?
Because we're saying the same thing about guys.
And that's the thing. That's my thing. Where it's like, yeah, mostly, or like a lot of the guys too. They're just like, well, you're probably gonna get into a showmance and not care about the game because, yeah. Okay.
Well, this is. I feel like she has 2 strategies, right? Like, as the ditzy blonde is to be the ditzy blonde, like be like, oh, I don't know anything. Like, take me under your wing, because nobody would want like a 21-year-old like little girl bossing them around. Period.
That's true.
Like, let's just it's the facts.
Yep.
So she has to do that strategy, or she has to get up in a showmance. Alliance. Like, in order for her to go along, because she's not going to be targeted in front of these big dudes. Like, that's facts. Like, unless if the guy gets him safe, and then she's going home. But yeah, so I feel like we're nailing down her only two options at this point.
Yeah.
Unless if she gets like tight with like a girls' alliance or something like that. But you know what? I don't think any chicks said that they wanted to form an all-girls alliance. I didn't hear it once this year. No. That's amazing.
I'm curious.
That's amazing.
That's true. But I mean, the only thing is that we've only had like a limited view, or like our interviews that we've had are limited. So like last time I think we did it, we had Ica interviews to go by. I think Ica is gonna give us some good interview action. I think Ica might try to push a little bit more than Ross did. That's in my opinion. So like, I'm curious to know what those Ica interviews are gonna be like, because I definitely do like Ica's interviews, and I think Ica's not afraid to get down to like nitty gritty. Plus, Ica knows the fucking game. So I'm curious to see what happens when the Ica interviews come out. But yeah, you're right. That was never even mentioned once. Any of the interviews, no one talked about a girls' alliance.
Yeah,
or a boys' alliance, really.
The only person that talked about a boys' alliance was Steve? A girl. Oh. It was a girl. Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I usually click all the boys, and there's always a boys' alliance that I'm going to click with." And none of the guys said it.
Well, that's right. I don't know who that was, but yeah, that's right.
I can't remember either.
Yeah. Ica and Big Brother 20 confirmed, says the chat. No, I think the thing is that it's like girls, this type of character in a girl, she has a good opportunity to go far. She has a decent opportunity to go early too. Again, like, it depends on who she aligns with, who she showmances with, because I think that the femme fatale, the honeypot or whatever, that's something that girls should definitely play up in the game, and
it should get her past jury. Like,
yeah, if she's smart enough, she should be able to ride that tide. And I'm sure she could probably get to jury with her own intellect and her own women's strength. I also, man, this is just we need more women on this show. We're gonna be murdered by. But no, I think she's she seems like a strong, independent woman. That's good, but also like, yeah, I'd jump on that showman's train if I was her and fucking ride that shit to the end.
There's something so annoying about her though, and this is almost happens but it's when people say, "Oh, I have a psych degree, so I'm going to psychoanalyze people," and it's like, no, bitch, you have an undergrad. You're not even done with your undergrad. So, like,
yeah, I thought I heard her say that same thing where I was just like, yeah, but like, I don't know. Is it gonna really help you that much? Like,
it's not. And a minor in sociology, it's not gonna do anything. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's real world experience trumps like any school thing that you think you know. Agreed. Because yeah.
Agreed.
So that's a pet peeve from me. That's a paper cut, if you'll get it. That's something that I want to start this season. A little thing that annoys me. I'm gonna call it a paper
so
cut.
That's our segment. That's gonna be another segment. Cameron's paper cuts. Yeah.
It's like mildly annoying to me, and like nobody.
I like that. We need more segments. Nobody cares sometimes. We need segments.
Yeah.
I like that segment. That's a good one. I gotta write that down. Write that down for me, someone. All right. So next up, we've got JC.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Fucking C.
There's been a lot of good casting choices, and then there's JC.
The best casting choice.
All right. I've already seen way too much of him online.
Yep.
He is not. Yeah. He's not shy about his 4'9" body.
Yeah.
The shortest person to ever play,
which is awesome. That's a cool little factoid for him, I guess.
Yeah, but the first thing I find on Reddit is him having sex with like like a stuffed animal. Like that was the first thing that somebody found. How
That's
do they
amazing.
find this stuff?
So like,
it's disturbing.
so I was like
JC.
I saw some like just like some like random like him like moving around in a club videos maybe early this morning, and when I was looking I was like, this is did someone edit this video with his face onto a person? I was like, this video looks so fucking weird. And then I was like, oh no, this dude's tiny and fucking weird looking. Like, but then like as the day progressed, it just seemed like more and more just crazy shit came out about him.
Yeah.
And I had flashbacks to Crazy James in season 9, and I was like, fuck, I think I might really like this dude. I don't know how good he's gonna do. It seems like he's gonna get into shit because he seems sassy as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And his like lack of knowledge of the English language. Like
he seems like it's really rough.
Spain, I think. Yeah, I think he's from Spain.
Yeah, he was born in Spain and came here eventually. I think I read somewhere on Twitter. But yeah, I don't. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be confusing. I like again, like if you and another house guest knows Spanish, you
can't speak it.
You
no.
can't use it, right? That's
no, you can't. You can't do sign language. I think that was in Big Brother 3.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, I wasn't even into Big Brother at that point. When I saw them doing sign language, I was like, that's fucking cool premise. You know, like, that's a cool idea. They should allow that shit.
They shut it down after that because it was...
They should allow that, though.
Why? No.
Why not? Because it's a fucking advantage that you come into the house with. Like...
In Canada, they allow it, but I don't... They allow you to speak French. And it's like
if they shut down French, it would be riots, like very, very peaceful riots with maple syrup in the streets. But like it would be riots. No, I think they should allow that stuff where it's like, oh, what is it too tough for you guys to fucking drop some subtitles? You know, like
no, it's I don't know. I feel like if you want to talk, you should have the opportunity to be walked in on. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a risk of talking game.
But if you're bilingual, why should that be a disadvantage?
It's not a disadvantage. It's not an advantage either. It's nothing. It's not like oh, you're bilingual. Let's get you out of here.
Well,
let's not even worry about it. Let's only English, which I'm fine with.
I want to see that bilingual action. I'm trilingual. Nah, I'm not.
You're trilingual?
No, I'm not.
I don't think so. You're like one of the whitest guys I know.
I speak drunk and German. Yeah. Don't fuck with Quebec, says Tim C. Yeah, exactly. No, there's something. Here's another one. Like I really cannot get a read on this season at all. But I'm hopeful that this dude's gonna be entertaining as fuck. He's guaranteed to be the first person to just strip down naked and fucking run around the house.
He might strip down in front of Julie.
I'm hoping so. Fingers crossed. That could be a fun episode. You know, I think, he's crazy as hell. Like, dude seems no holds barred. I think he's gonna be at least entertaining as hell to watch. Yeah, he might be very, very entertaining. I just don't think he's gonna do good. With game, you know, again, language barrier is gonna hurt him.
Yeah, for sure. And a big red. Any red period. Mm-hmm. Who's his favorite player? Josh Martinez. Josh Martinez.
Big red flag.
I'm just saying, like, there's plenty to choose from. It's not like the pot is dry.
Yeah.
You can choose anybody.
Well, and it seems like most of these people have picked people from, like, the last 2 seasons, you know, where it's like, well, fuck. And the thing is that, like, when you're in Sequester, they give you...
No, they didn't give us anything.
No seasons passed?
None of them.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, I asked because I was so bored.
Really? Yeah, they gave us, like, DVDs of, like, the prior seasons.
Hey, thanks, White Ranger.
Thank you, White Ranger. That's interesting.
They didn't give us anything. Yeah, they're like, if you haven't watched it by now, good luck. And I'm like,
really?
I'm like, fine with me, because I was just gonna rent it. You can see him. That was my plan.
Interesting. Yeah, I like how he was just like, oh, don't get in a showman's. Don't get in a show. It's like, dude, who's gonna be in a showman's with you? Or, you know, like
no, I think he said he was open to it, but he's gay. But it's like, well, nobody's gonna get into it.
Yeah, and like I thought on his interview, he was like, "Oh yeah, don't get into a showman's, don't get into." But I was like, yeah, that's the thing where it's like, yeah, good luck being cast with another gay guy on fucking America. Never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's annoying to me. Again, I seriously think the most dominant alliance ever would be two gay guys in a showman's. God, they would just pound ass. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what else to say about him. I'm good on him.
Yeah, it's just the more you know, the less you want.
I'm in. More I know, I'm hot. All right. Let's see. We got Caitlyn is up next.
Caitlyn. She
oops. I
remember okay, I found her.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the life coach at 24 with life experience.
Yep. Fuck off. I like life coach.
She kind of reminds.
What is a life coach? Seriously, like I'm getting pissed. What does a life coach do? It means you're
who's
fucking
paying for these
bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I might get a chance to fuck her. Like that's the only thing I could ever imagine. Like. Your crystals read that you're fucking a dipshit that just paid money for a life coach from a 24-year-old. Like, that's all she could read. What, you know? Fucking hell.
My God.
I don't know why, but that shit drives me nuts.
It's so funny because the thing she would have taken into the house, number one, my crystal. Like, does she ever have... Yeah, look at it.
What number is she?
Number 7?
7, okay.
Yeah, 7.
God damn it.
She's a life coach. She kind of reminds me of your weird
death coach.
That's like in the corner and just like trying to tell you stories. You know, like whoever gets stuck with her is stuck for a while. Like that's her.
Guaranteed. I can see that 100%. Everyone's gonna play the game of don't be in the room with Kate.
It's like keep away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like hanging out with some people.
And the thing is that it's like, again, like you said, like her and old fucking Miss Trelawney or whatever from Harry Potter, they're gonna fucking just sit together and they're gonna sit and bullshit about fucking tea leaves or some shit.
And then they're gonna be on the outs and then
good.
Why they're on the outs.
I couldn't hear that. I couldn't listen to that. Like, and I'm really worried that one of them is gonna just be taken as the goat. The bad goat to the end, you know, is just and I have to listen to crystals and fucking garbage. Oh, the Earth's magnetic poles, just garbage, you know, like that's exactly what the Big Brother fan base does not need is some other bullshit to be fucking stupid about.
You know what's great about her strategy? It's the fact that nobody knows what she's talking about because she says that she's just really good at reading people's auras, but couldn't realize that Ross was just fucking with her the whole time. It's like
she gives great oral. A-U-R-A-L.
All right.
Yeah. Oral. She probably is really good at giving oral.
All right, but her fun fact is she is caught sleeping with her eyes open. Have you ever experienced this?
Yeah, I actually had a friend that did the same thing.
Yeah, I do the same thing too.
Oh, really? You're a fucking weirdo too, aren't you?
I know. I didn't even think to include it as a fun fact.
Fun fact, I'm a creepo. No.
Yeah.
No.
Fun fact, I literally sleep with my eyes open.
That's weird. That's so weird. Does that fuck up your REM sleep?
No, I sleep like a baby, man. I hit the pillow and knock the hell out.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, people are like screaming my name, Cameron. Like one time I fell asleep. Yeah, I fell asleep through a fire alarm. Like there was a fire alarm. There was a fire in my building at NIU, and I slept through the whole thing.
That's funny.
It's just a little side story.
Interesting. No, that's weird. Yeah, that's such an odd occurrence, I guess.
But you know what's weirder? Going to a psychic medium. the medium telling you you're going to be a great life coach, and you're like, you know what?
Yes, I will
am.
be.
I am, and that's my job now.
I want to be a medium so bad. That's what I want to do for a job. And I also want to be a life coach for life coaches.
No. You got to be such a good medium that you dictate your own future with the crystal ball. That's what it is. Yes. That's what it is. Her crystal is a crystal ball.
Oh, now we're getting into some deep shit. Yep.
Now she wants the crystal to see the future, to like avoid stuff. I'm fucking getting it. She's on another level here.
Yep, she's way above us.
Holy fuck.
The one crystal that I'm really into is a little girl named Crystal Meth. Let's go, baby. I don't have anything else to say about her because I'm just gonna get pissed off some more.
Victor is her favorite.
Another one that fucking doesn't immunize, is against immunization. Fuck you.
I feel like you're like taking some anger out on her.
Well, fucking, I cannot stand anyone. I don't know. Like, to me, it's just like those people that are like, oh yeah, immunization is what gives. Like, yeah. Those
another yoga person.
Yep, of course. Oh yeah, yoga. Really healthy. Well, I don't know.
Have you ever done yoga by chance?
The one time I did yoga actually was in the Big Brother house. Alyssa led yoga, like everyone yoga, like day 3. I was doing it for half the thing, and then me and Spencer were just exactly. You have to, because it's like, oh yeah, everyone's doing it. Me and Spencer were both just done after about 5 minutes. We're just like, fuck this. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that's gotta be sad.
Nah, I'm sure it's.
I've done yoga too before.
I'm sure it's good for you, and like it's just stretching and being like whatever, resilient and pliable. But I don't know, good for you, but also like I don't know, whatever.
Yep.
Hey, it's probably good. I don't work out and I drink booze and want to die. So. All right, next up we've got KC. Casey, let's see. Let me get dial up her. She was the football player.
Oh yeah.
Is she the first one maybe? She's number 4. Yeah, I was she's another one that I was like, okay, I like her a lot. I'm a little bit worried about like her mouth getting, because I'm sure she seems like another one that's like, she's not going to take no shit from anyone. You know, a football player, like she's going to fucking smack some people down. I don't know how much game sense she has to be like, well, I'm not going to fucking just run my mouth when someone's running their mouth at me. Yeah, I think that like she's physical. She seems smart, but I'm just worried about that like pride shit. Like that pride shit might end up hurting her. I don't know.
I don't know. She was another one for me. Came in thinking that she was going to be terrible. And then the more the interview went on, the more I thought she might win the whole thing. I agree. Like, I was like, because she was saying that she can basically think about like, all right, this is my game. And then like she can't really think of the word, basically compartmentalize. Yeah. Compartmentalize like what she wants to do in the future versus now, and she wants to basically like not really run the house, but she has the athletic chop to do it, and she seems social enough. Like, I don't know, there's a lot that was going right with her, and I can't really put my finger on it, and I feel like that's good, because if I was in the house and I'm like, oh, this person is all of a sudden sucking up to me, I'd be like, all right, this is why. But like her just being genuine and friendly, and like I was digging it.
I don't want to like backtrack at all, but Julie the Human asks, I feel like BB would let them bring their crystals in. Actually, no, because crystals are an unfair advantage because it gives you too much power. So nope, you can't do that. Nope, that's just disallowed from Big Brother.
Yeah, it would probably screw up their twist.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep. Same with no sage to be burned in the house. But yeah, you're right. I think that's a good observation where it's like she's a fucking competitor in a game that's just like annihilation. I hope she has the smarts to just be like, okay, I gotta let some stuff go, and I've gotta pick my battles. Because
she is a huge fan.
Is she?
Like, this is the only show she watches, period. Like, she
Boom.
doesn't watch anything else.
Okay, I think I'm very hopeful for her at that point, because I do think she will, not get into the shit that is gonna be bad for her, I guess. It's all about pride. When people are like, I'm not gonna let people talk about shit about me, it's like, that's pride shit, and fuck pride. Marcel Wallace said it best.
Yeah.
That pride shit will get you. Pride comes before the fall. Don't fucking do that shit, Fucking take it, suck it up, take it on the chin, and then pick your battles. And I think she could be a fucking just phenomenal player if she can do that. I do have high hopes for her, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty high on her. I think she'll definitely way past Jury. I think she'll make it deep.
I agree.
And she seems like someone that America won't take off.
You just broke up a whole fuck ton. You said,
I said
this is America.
I said, I think that she's someone that America isn't.
Broke up again.
And
Perfect.
Whatever.
You straight up broke up. America will be.
America is not going to get behind her at the very. But then, as it goes along, she's just going to be like number one.
I agree.
Yeah,
I can see that for sure. And plus, like, there's this element of like social media that we don't really know what that's gonna be. It seemed like Julie maybe alluded to it. I don't know if you've heard any about that. I guess.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that maybe at the end here. I just don't know. Intentional censoring. Yeah, that's me giving the mute button to Cameron for saying bad words. BB producer censoring him. I think I'm good on her.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me. Oh, I thought I figured out what the problem was, but I didn't. The next one we have is Rachel.
Oh, everybody loves Rachel.
Everybody loves. Yeah, I thought she had the best moment, I think, for me of all the interviews with Ross, because Ross was like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna play this game? And she was like, I'm just gonna worry about jury management, which is pretty much just like the most shadiest shit to say to Ross. I love that.
Yeah.
As soon as
Ross fired back.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember what he said exactly, but
basically, she later said she wanted.
You just broke up everything you just said. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what is happening, but yeah, you just broke up all that jazz.
Basically, Ross was like, yeah. Oh no, Jessica, or what's her name?
Rachel.
Rachel was like, oh yeah, I want to get into it. Like, how the hell is that going to help you with your jury management? And then she's like, well, we'll take it how it goes, like a
Yeah.
jab, like.
Yep. She, yeah, that like little bit of shade that she did throw, I was like, ooh, like she knows what the fuck she's talking about. I like, even if she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, just to say like jury management is a part of her game. Like, it's easy to say at the beginning of the game. Once you get in there, it's fucking a whole different beast. But, like, fuck, like, I have to give credit where credit's due. No one else said that shit. And, like, we've seen season after season so far right here, like, we've had a nice long streak where jury management has played a huge fucking factor. So just to be aware of that from the get-go, I don't know. But she seems like another one that's like, yeah, but she also might end up on the wrong side of a coin flip and fucking get out because she aligned or she pissed off some of the other girls.
Yeah, she definitely seems like she has the most of the game. She definitely seems like she is here to play the game. But I got a real question: what's a Vegas entertainer? Like,
she seemed like,
what is that?
I don't know. I don't do Vegas that much, I guess, but it seemed like she kind of danced around it. And to me, it's like, well, if you're a stripper, just fucking own it. Like, get in there and own it. But she was pretty much like, well, I'm a dancer, I'm a singer, I'm a like whatever. So that leads me to believe like, okay, maybe she's not so much of a stripper, I guess. But like, if she's not, and she is like a singer, actor, all this stuff, like she's a threat. Like she's a triple threat at that point, you know. Plus, it sounds like she knows the game. Just to fucking say dream management is a fucking buzzword that most recruits, most super fans probably don't even think about, you know. I don't know. I think I might be real high on her. I don't know. I think
Yeah, she's also friends with Jackie from Big Brother 17. So that's a thing.
She probably got a lot of like insight from her, you know, like
In casting.
I'm
Yeah, it
guessing
definitely
so,
helps.
you know. Even before the game, I'm sure she probably tried to tap Jackie for information, and like I don't remember too well how Jackie did. She went further than Jeff.
Yeah, that's because Jeff was terrible.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, she made a fucking huge mistake, I think, at one point. I don't know.
Can't
Maybe
remember 17.
yeah, I know, I can't either. But yeah, like at least like having someone that's knowledgeable, like to guide you even through like the beginning stages of this shit, that's huge. I don't know. That's big.
It's harder. It's harder to get on Big Brother than it is to win Big Brother. Isn't that crazy?
I think yeah, that is fucking crazy. That's a weird concept to even think about, actually.
Yeah.
She's an Elvis impersonator? I think that's a joke. Okay. Definitely. I'd be like, fuck, that's awesome.
But yeah, she definitely felt like her and Ross had the most like banter, and it was like they've been like it was even though it was her first time meeting, like
she seems like she can put on a show. She seems like she knows how to fucking work the crowd, work an audience. She knows what the fuck she has to put it on, I guess. Yeah, I'm liking her, I guess. Do like her. You got anything else for her?
No.
Next up is Sam. This is the weirdest one. This is one of the weirdest ones, I think. Like, I could not get a read for her for fucking the life of me. She seemed like she doesn't know what show she's on. I don't know. She's a hairdresser turned welder, which to me it's like, okay, well, she's a person that's probably going to be around for a long time, just because it's like, I bet she has fucking stories. Like, you don't go from hairdresser to welder and not have like a fucking wealth of stories.
Yeah.
She's one that's like, she'll probably go past jury, I imagine.
She speaks really slowly, which is a problem for me. And the only thing noticed immediately was her last name was Bledsoe. And do you watch Survivor? I think you do. You know Spencer?
Spencer Bledsoe. Spencer.
Yeah, same last name.
Was he young guy, blonde hair?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's maybe from Chicago, right?
I don't know actually where the hell he's from.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. I remember him. Maybe they're related.
Right? That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. I'm gonna hit him up on Facebook. I think we're friends. Yeah, interesting. It's a good little idea. I don't remember. Yeah, she has a nice like southern drawl to her. Everything is real homey and real like, I'm just a real, you know, like I think like that kind of stuff is disarming to people, especially like when you've never really been around that stuff, or it's like, oh yeah, they seem like they're very friendly, but it's like, oh yeah, it's just a southern drawl, you know, that kind of can be, you know, I don't know.
You know what's I could tell she's a super fan by the question. It's like, what do you think will be the most difficult part about living in the Big Brother house? And it's using the bathroom, because there's a camera pointing down at you all the time. And it's like, oh, she would only know that if she like has watched the show. You know, like huge fan. Like in my opinion, like I've heard of like people like they like put their shirt over, you know, they always sit when they pee.
Check this shit out.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like fucking shooting from like the sink.
Yeah, I definitely remember going in there and be like, I'm sorry about this, boys, and just Oh yeah,
It's like better get used to it.
yeah, yeah. Imagine that's your job. Is like, all right, I'm on shit duty, watching them
Oh,
shit.
God.
Fucked up. So weird. What a weird fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's a person that like I literally cannot get a beat on. I cannot figure out where she'll end up. I just don't know. And I think that southern hospitality, that kind of stuff, that'll get her far, but I don't
She's
know.
the female Donnie, man.
Exactly. I can see that.
It's gonna happen.
Except for this Donnie I wanna fuck.
What?
I mean I wanna fuck the old Donnie too. I love him.
Next.
Yep. Let's see here. Up next, we've got Scotty.
Scotty, Body.
He looks like Andy fucked Joel and they had a baby.
I've heard the Andy one.
Wait, what'd you say? The Andy what?
The Andy comparison all day.
I mean, obviously, Chicago fucking looks like an asshole. Wiener ass motherfucker looks like a mole rat from Chicago. Yeah, they look very similar. No, I don't think. Yeah, Andy wasn't that kind of game player. He's more in line with us, I guess, as fucking the archetype of the nerdlinger motherfucker. I'm curious to know if those glasses that he has are real.
Yeah.
What do you got about him?
Well, I like him because he lives like 20 minutes from. Yeah, and yeah, so that's immediately a plus. Also, I liked him in his interview. A couple red flags though. He's never ever kissed a girl. So I'm worried. Does he even know how to talk to girls? Like,
yep. Social ability, Can he fraternize with anyone or the
anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm pretty good at having one-on-one people, but the second it gets to like groups of 4 or 5 more, then it's like a problem. Yeah. Like that, and I feel like he might also have that issue.
And in the first days, it's fucking insane. Or the first day is nuts. Like when you get in there with everyone, you know, everyone's talking to everyone. It's fucking like everyone's grouping up like that. Yeah, it's overwhelming as hell. Like I was in that same boat where I'm like, fuck, like I can't fucking like relate to someone one-on-one, you know, and that's that's where I thrive in also, you know. But like yeah, that is a good red flag to throw out there. I'm worried, but at the same time, he mentioned like I think he said that he might need to win HOH first.
He did.
And to me, it's like, motherfucking, you better be out there to die on that fucking whatever it is. Whatever that comp is, you're going to die on that son of a bitch. Otherwise, you're going home. And I think he's a person that it's crucial for him to win that first HOH. To set, like, and he said it, like, he wants to set the pace of the game. And I was like, fuck, this dude knows what he's talking about. Like, I think he actually understands what's happening, and like he understands how the game works, and he understands that like the first person who wins HOH will set the pace, and if he doesn't win that first HOH, he's gonna be targeted by everyone. I think easily.
No, I think usually you got people that are praying to Crystal God on this cast, so I feel like he might
That's the
find a way in.
Yeah, that's the one option I do agree with, where it's like, yeah, those people are also lunatics. But the other thing about it is like, girls have an easier time, I think. This motherfucker's never kissed a motherfucker. Like, you know, like the other fucking Miss Trelawney or whatever the fuck her name is, she's had babies. This other fucking girl's a 24-year-old life coach. She's probably you have to fuck someone to be a coach about life, you know? Like he's at a disadvantage when it comes to those two because they can fake it better than he can. This motherfucker
But to be fair, the chick with the pink hair, she just had birth 6 months ago, so she might also go crazy without seeing her kid. You know, they're gonna have to go full Marissa from BB Celeb, where they need to get a breast pump.
Oh no, that's
it's not Marissa.
I can't think of what his name is. Rudy. I don't know.
Rudy. Yeah.
Yeah, Rudy from the Cosby Show. Yeah, we might. Yeah, the breast supply.
What a celebrity!
Yeah. Yeah, right. Keisha.
Yeah.
Is that her name? Keisha. Yeah, whatever. The depleting of the Federal Reserve of breast milk.
It could happen.
No, but the other, that's the worriest. That's the part that makes me worried the most about this dude. Is like he actually has a head for the game. Like he seems like he's studied. He seems like the one that might be the most like historian of them, I guess. Which is a person that I have to root for. Like he's the fucking nerdlinger. He's my people. I gotta root for him.
Yeah, the problem is he's gonna play super hard. Like we don't usually have the.
That's what he said. Right?
Yeah,
that's
true.
I don't think that's he's gonna
true.
come in there
You're
and he's gonna be fucking gun shy. You know, like
right.
at the first part, I don't know. That motherfucker better win the first HOH or he's gone.
He's probably still in casting mode. Like.
Yep.
I gotta say whatever I gotta say.
Exactly. Like I want to fucking show off that I'm gonna fucking make big moves, and yeah, that's absolutely what it is.
But you could totally tell, like, listen. You could be like, I understand why he's show because even though he's the nerdy dude that's never kissed a chick, he is like the conversation never got dry. Always like upbeat, happy. Like if you need like tips to get on Big Brother, it's like when they asked him a question, he would just keep talking and talking and talking.
He was animated. He fucking knew how to handle a question. Yeah, he's like only one of maybe 3 or 4 other people that I thought like has a good handle of what the fuck is going on here. Yeah, he fucking like he owned it, and I thought he was amazing. It's gonna be a real bummer when he goes home first, but I'm loving him. I'm loving him. No, I love him. I just hope he can really ingratiate himself with these other house guests. I have high hopes for him, but I'm just worried. Right now, I've got just anxiety about his place.
I think he'll be fine, actually.
Good. All right.
I think he'll make it to jury too.
Who's his favorite? Someone asked.
Me. I don't know. Fuck. No, I don't know. That'd be awesome.
Cody Nicholson, he says, just because he was different and such a badass. He went against the grain and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think he probably said that just because it's like, oh, yeah, no one's going to say Cody.
But half the cast said it. Which Cody, though? Like, I was having trouble saying it because we have 2, like, really good Codys in Big Brother.
Which other Cody?
Fucking Derek. Derek's Cody.
Oh, yeah. What another great Cody. That
Fuck
whole
you.
family.
I like it. Well, yikes.
Oh, yeah. Did you see all that drama with Paulie and Paul?
How could I have missed the drama, dude?
It was
I feel
so
like everybody and their mother, like every super fan was tagging every person in the video. Like, did you fucking check this shit out? We don't even need Big Brother on TV. We got this shit on Twitter.
I'm hoping that they do fight. That'd be amazing. That shit would be so good. And then they both just like go in for that like Rocky moment. They both strike, boom, kill each other. Never have to deal with them on another CBS show ever again. Man, that'd be Christmas Day.
I think Paulie's going over to MTV, so we might.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, that's what some of the people that work at my gas station were like. Oh, do you know this guy, Paulie? I was like, yeah, I've met him before. I don't know.
Yeah, he can go fuck himself.
Yeah. I didn't say it, folks. Let's go on to our next victim here. We've got 3 more here. Next up is Steve.
All right.
Lay it down.
Derek Levasseur happened. He was an undercover cop. We don't need 3 or 4 knockoff undercover cops. All right. It's seriously. it's like what you got to do to get on Big Brother now is be a virgin, like Scott and Scotty, which are basically the same person.
Yeah.
And and this guy Steve and Joey from 18. Oh wait.
You mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really too excited about him. I feel like also if you're an older dude, you have to have never watched Big Brother, because that's what happened with Kevin. He didn't really care. This guy doesn't really care. So if you're an old dude that likes Big Brother, good luck getting on the show if you're not an undercover detective.
Yeah, your spots have been all but you have to be a Korea veteran. You have to be, like you have to. No, I'm in. I'm in on Steve. I think.
You are
Summer of Steve, baby. 2018.
You're a madman.
I'm in.
There's nothing exciting about him. There's nothing. His whole was boring. He was the first person I watched, and then I went to that one dude that I knew, and I'm like, oh my god, this cast is terrible. But then everybody else picked up. But Steve, yikes, man. Yeah. I don't know how I got cast. There's probably so many better older people.
Yes. Okay,
he's not going to connect.
The problem is that it's like
he's not funny.
I don't know. Kevin was interesting because he did have. I don't know.
He had stories.
He had fucking amazing stories about like his dad, all that crazy shit. Like, absolutely. And the thing about this motherfucker is he's going in with a lie, which I always think is a fucking big mistake. Like, I mean, if you're doing this kind of job, like, you have to come in with a lie. But at the same time, like, what if he did just go in and say, like, yeah, I was an undercover, like, narcotics agent, but I'm not going to fuck around with you guys. Like, I'm not trying to do that here. Like, what if he just took the Derek method and fucking, like, shoot it away? Yeah.
No, you can't do that. I mean, I am also at the same position where it's like, don't lie about your job.
Yeah.
But if you are anything undercover where you have to pretend to be somebody, like, I feel like even acting, I would be like, maybe not say that.
But wouldn't that disarm you? Like, if someone was like, no. Oh, yeah, that's what I used to be a fucking undercover. But, like, he'd be on your radar. But at the same time, it's like, well, he just straight up told me he's not trying to play that undercover shit. Like, the only thing to me, it's like he has cracks that can have a light shown through it, where it's like you only have one way to go, and that's down from there,
Yeah.
If you fucking straight up like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be an interesting an interesting idea to just fucking straight up tell everyone, like, yeah, this is what I did. Like, I'm not trying to fuck you all. Like, I'm not trying to be Derek out here. I know who I am. I'm a fucking, like, I'm a pleb. Or, like, I wonder what that kind of gameplay would come out to be. I don't know.
What Kevin had that this guy doesn't have, make it far, is stories. This guy has to cover up because he's going to say that he's, I don't know, whatever the hell he's going to say.
Exactly.
Like, he can't say what he's actually doing. And all of his cool-ass stories that got him on the show, they're going to be like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't
make sense. And he's the oldest person at age 40.
He's 40?
40. Yeah, he looks like he just woke up after getting drunk the night before.
Yeah.
He's like hungover shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks rough.
Yeah. It's 40.
Yeah.
40.
Interesting. That's not even that old.
No.
That's insane.
But Derek was also like 35 or 34 or something when he was an undercover cop. Like, he could connect at that age.
Yep. And so, like, I mean, but the other thing, like, we've talked about is, like, you've got your, like, this season is made up of, like, first outs, you got your fucking, the Stone sisters, that are fucking all about stones. You got fucking Scotty and the Stone sisters, and don't forget Steve, all a bunch of S names. Like, I mean, like, this is, like, the perfect amount of fodder for him to push in front of him to be like, You know, like, I'm cool. I'm down to earth. Like, this guy has, for most of the old people that have ever played the game, this guy has enough wiggle room in the beginning of the game to, like, maybe get out of being the first out. But he definitely has first out written all over him. But I've said that about half the cast, so I don't know.
Yeah, and then watch it be like somebody were like, oh, this person's going to win. And then they're like first out by some stupid Big Brother twist.
Yeah, of course. Social media. But he was trending today, wasn't he? Is that real? I thought I read that earlier. He was trending on Twitter, Baby Steve or some shit. I don't know. Like,
really?
And if that's the case, like, he might get a real advantage at the beginning.
He's number 7 on the Joker.
Okay, so maybe not him. Okay.
What? Swaggy C's bottom? No, this needs to change.
Outrage. I told you Joker sucked. Fuck you, Jokers.
Swaggy C, they don't even know. He's below Angie and JC. Ugh.
Do you have anything else on Steve?
No.
Good. Because I do not either. Next up, we have Tyler. Tyler, then Winston. Those are our last two. Tyler is baby fucking Frank.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Baby Frank. He's number 1. Looks like his face was into the Morphomatic competition. He literally, like, no matter what anyone tells me, it looks like he was assembled from prior Housguests, Frankenstein style. I don't know, but what I can say is that this motherfucker knows what Big Brother UK is. He knows who Raph is. Like,
does he?
Yes, he does. And he's commented on Raph's YouTubes. Like, this dude has an awareness that isn't easily perceived, like, just by his interviews and stuff like that. I think he obviously seems like the motherfucking dipshit. He seems like the David from my season, Big Brother 15. Yeah. He seems like a fucking total dipshit. But, I mean, if you know who fucking Raph is, you have to have some sort of, like, understanding of the game enough to, like, okay, I like Big Brother US. I like Big Brother Canada. I want to try to, like, extend my reach to something else. So this is probably my number 1 dark horse underrated character of the thing. You know, he's, again, a first out or a fucking monster in this game. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where to put him.
I think he might be a monster because also know him from their casting experience.
What'd you say? The sisters, right?
Yeah, the Willett sisters. Yep. They know him from their casting experience too.
Yep.
So I feel like he might have, like, a leg up.
He's already been through the process maybe a couple times or whatever. He probably is fucking die hard. He probably watches everything. I bet this motherfucker, like, has studied as much as he can about the game. And I bet, like, what I've always hoped from a Housguest is that, like, he plays the dumbest motherfucker act you can and then, like, works his way. And, like, to me, I don't give a fuck about Derek and, like, oh, yeah, I'm an undercover cop, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want an undercover fucking surfer dude, point blank or point break style, you know, like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, this seems like, he seems like he could be awesome.
Yeah, he definitely could be awesome. I can eyes out multiple, and, like, even though he faces that adversity, like, he did down, he got cut, and then he, like, keeps pushing through and, like, eventually gets on. So I've also people that go through the ringer, like, they tend to want it more. Like Frank in Big Brother 14, he was denied a couple of years, and then he comes out swinging, and he comes out to be, like, a big major player in the I didn't get, like, picked right away. It took me a couple seasons. Like, so I'm not saying I was good, but I'm saying I can relate to that, and that's what I want to That's what I
And
want.
people that
in a
haven't been picked
player.
for the season, they fucking, they apply for the show, they get really far, whatever, even if they don't, like, well, this should be the person you fucking rally behind because this motherfucker's been out there in these Big Brother streets trying his ass off to get to where he needs to be. And, like, to be honest, like, he's played up a good character. His character is interesting. Like, who knows what the fuck is going to happen once he gets into the house. I think it could be really, really fun. He could be awesome. But again, like his act with that interview of like, oh, I'm the dumb guy. Like I heard David from my season in my, like I heard it and I was like, that's what scares me. But I think this motherfucker's too smart. I think he'll show the game something. Otherwise, or he'll go first. I don't know. Everyone's going first this season. That's what I think.
I think he's going to make it deep. I'm saying post jury.
I think post jury. I like post jury for sure. Good on him.
Yeah.
All right, old Winston.
Winston,
his picture looks like he just got scared by a ghost, but then he realized that the ghost was like a friendly ghost, and he's like, all right.
He kind of looks like, he looks like you're at picture day.
Wait. You just broke up on all that. I heard it looks like on picture day, and I was sold. I'm already in.
It's like when you're on picture day, person's like, use your teeth to smile, and then he's just like
yes. Yeah. At one point in my life, I remember my sister's like, I don't know how to smile. And she like that's exactly what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
That's really, really fucking funny. Yeah. I don't remember his interview whatsoever. He seems blander than bland. I don't know.
This guy, no, I like this guy. He's like Captain This
America.
might be my winner pick.
Ooh.
Scotty.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Scotty being basically like another me from the same area, I would pick this guy. But Scotty's got my pick. And then, but yeah, this guy, I don't know. He just seems pretty cool. I can't really put my finger on it either.
I'm trying to think of even what he said. I'm going to try to find his bio here.
He's not open to a showmance, so that's good. And he is a super fan, I believe. Okay. Yeah, he's a medical sales rep, which basically means he makes a lot of phone calls and goes to different companies with like a suit on. And I don't know, he's a pretty attractive dude. I feel like he wasn't trying to like overly sell you on his personality, like probably what I was like trying to sell you on a personality, or Stevie, he was like selling you on his personality. He just was himself. So I like that. I'm impressed that people like him can get on the show because he just felt like like it was like vanilla, but it was like you could tell he was being himself like throughout.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No, I never got any vibes. Like, again, like, he's a person that, like, I literally just blacked out his whole entire interview. I don't think I remember anything that I thought was, like, this or that. Like, I didn't hate him. I didn't love him. Yeah. Good on him for getting there, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I think he's going to go far.
I can see that.
But I hope he doesn't. I'm sorry.
No.
I said I was gonna hope he doesn't go Clay Honeycutt and like take a dagger for a showman.
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing about him is that he's been mistaken for Justin Timberlake and Ryan Reynolds. Kiss my ass. Kiss my motherfucking ass. Bullshit. Like,
what a problem they have.
I've been mistaken for Tom Hiddlesdale and fucking Fabio, like bullshit. Bullshit. I don't know. Just from his picture right here, I cannot remember his interview. I blacked it out because it was just too vanilla.
Yeah,
which is a good thing. It's a good thing in the game, though. Like that's not necessarily a bad thing that I don't remember you, because most people that I have to say about is people I fucking hate. So.
Oh yeah, Lone Ranger pointed out in the chat. He says he lives alone, and doesn't have any social media, and his biggest problem is going to be having
what? Having
roommates.
Oh yeah, well that's probably one of the reasons he got cast. One of those kind of things where it's like, I don't know if I can live with 12 other people. I live by myself. Like, oh, this will be fun to fuck with him. Yeah, I like he's the one that I probably have high hopes for him. Like, I'm sure he'll probably do middle of the pack.
Yeah, right? I think so. I think he'll do well. Is there another draft?
We will be doing a draft. Okay, so that's something we have to talk about. Is like, I'll be at the finale, or I'll be at the premiere, so I'll probably see more than everyone else. What my plan is that I'm going to submit my draft picks to Tim C prior to the premiere. So that
now, timeout.
Yes, sir.
Because there's rumors that people are coming back.
Yes.
What if that happens?
So the way that we've always approached that from before, I believe, is that those people were on the table to a degree. Tim C is going to have to help me out on this. I don't remember exactly because every time we've ever drafted, I've been fucking blackout drunk. I don't know exactly how he did it, but I think I'm going to throw out my 4 names to maybe Tim C so that he knows that I've put out my names before we got into it.
Okay.
But the other problem is that, like, once the premiere happens, leaks will start coming so that, like, leaks can happen as long as everyone's aware of the leaks when we do the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's like, that's fine. So, I mean, it's kind of a community thing. Like, where do we want to be? How do we want to deal with this? But the way that I assumed, it was like, I'm just going to throw up my 4 picks probably tonight or tomorrow during the day, just so that, like, no one can be like, oh, McCray picked when he knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of that thing, I guess. But, like, I want to do it later in the weekend, if not early next week. That's what I'm thinking. The next episode we should do, it sounds like Matt Eisman is 100% on board for being one of the guests.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt sounds like he's down to fucking clown and down to throw down his picks. He sounds like he wants to talk some Big Brother. So number 1 next guest probably is going to be Matt fucking Eisman.
Yeah. We'll have some crazy guests.
I think we're going to have some crazy guests this year. I think, like, I'm excited to fucking try to get as many guests as possible. I want, like, Big Brother Canada, people that were in, the jury. I want fucking celebrities like Matt Eisman, fucking Ryan Elder, who does the composing for Rick and Morty. Like, I want, like,
shit.
Yeah, I want crazy ass guests. Like, so yeah, I don't know where to go from here, but we've got stuff planned. I'm fucking working up a master plan.
All right. Should we even touch anything? Spoil? Like, do you think that there's going to be any people coming back in?
I really don't.
You don't think so?
There's 16 people. There's 16 people in this house, or in this cast. I don't think there's going to be any sort of.
There were 16 people in my cast. You know, look how that turned out.
Well, you got me there. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a good call, but I mean, that's one.
I feel like it's too tame right now.
It is too tame.
It's like too quiet. It's like it's Storm. Quiet. It's Big Brother 20. You know, this is the year.
No, and the other thing is that they fucking invited a fuck ton of people back.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
what's the reason for? Yeah, what's the reason for that? Like, to me, that makes 0 sense. Especially when you're inviting Big Brother 15 house guests back. Like,
yeah.
Why? I thought we were 100% blacklisted. I thought they were just gonna scrub our season from the show. Like,
they didn't invite OTT.
Really?
Yeah.
Woof. That's a rough.
Yeah. Now you're ahead of them.
Yeah, and that's saying something. Like I'm bummed out because it's like I want to meet the
I
sisters.
know. I was like, oh, maybe if I go, I can like sleep over there, and then it's like, no.
Yep, I think me and Steve Moses might be rooming up. We'll see though.
Nice.
Yep, that little son of a bitch. I'm gonna slap him in the face for all y'all.
He lives in LA.
No, he's getting he's flying out.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with all that. But it just seems odd to me that they're bringing in a bunch of prior house guests. It seems weird. A bunch from all weird random seasons and what have yous. Confusing. I don't know what to think of it, folks.
Jillian's gonna be there.
Really?
Yeah.
Put in a good word that I'm
I
not
already
a
did.
fucking lunatic. Okay, good.
I was like, McCrae's gonna be there. Say hi.
Good. Good. I'll fucking yeah. I'll definitely put in some time with her. Yeah, I just don't know what to expect. I'm anxious and nervous about it all. It's just weird to me. Again, because I thought we were blacklisted. So fucked up. I don't know. What else do we have to say about this as a whole? Do we know what times we're gonna do these episodes?
No, I mean we could do it at
9:15
8:15, and then 9:15
for the one day, or do we want to just make
on
it
Thursday.
uniform again of it all?
Yeah, uniform makes it easier.
I think just 9:15 every air episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Cameron, what do you got to plug?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. You can follow me on Instagram at CameronHerd210 or Twitter. I like to switch it up at CameronHerd210.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep people on their feet.
I know. And if you ever get a little confused, that's my first and last name. So.
I don't have anything to plug. My plugs, we'll do them next time. Thanks everyone for fucking watching. You guys are the best. This has just become a drunken episode. But you know, we got through it. I'm excited.
We're gonna
I'm
do the
fucking
draft
pumped.
eventually.
Oh, we'll do the draft. Yeah, the draft will be done either this weekend or before the episode airs, for sure. Yeah, Matt Eisman's already fucking planning up his people for the draft. We'll get the draft done this weekend. At some point in July, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream, which God help, God rest my soul. Yep.
What are you doing that for?
I got to do that charity. Got to raise money
Jesus
for that.
Christ.
I might, we might have to just play some Rocket League.
Oh, I'm down, dude. I just got in the Champions League again. That's the top 1%. Yeah. I took a long hiatus. Yeah. Now I'm back.
You don't want to play with me. You don't want to get your rank low.
You
have to make up a burner account. You have to make up a burner account. I want to play rank, baby. I'm in. I'm in like sin, baby. No. But yeah, I think a 24-hour stream will have to happen. We will have to just throw down some Rocket League unranked. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back at least before the first episode of the season.
Yep. I actually don't know how we're gonna
do what?
In New York. I'm gonna be in New York for the premiere.
That's fine. As long as maybe we can crank an episode on Sunday at least. We can do the draft episode on Sunday. You know, it's just a bullshit episode.
Oh, did you have any more info on off? Are you?
Off the block. Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. Is like when I go to finale, I said it at the beginning. We already talked about it. Like I'm just gonna fucking I just want to fucking. Hopefully Ross is there. I want to fucking rib him a little bit. Like, oh, did you come up with the name or I'm just gonna fuck around with them. Just be my typical fuckhead self. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a fucking great episode. I'm excited for this season. Great episode to start off. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time on the block. Bye-bye.